History for Future.
Good afternoon to everyone from Blogos Web Radio and welcome to our talk show History for Future. For the next 40 minutes, me, Albin from Kosovo and Vincenza from Italy will stay with you during the talk show. We are live from Vado, an amazing village near Monte Sole, where 20 guys and girls from Iceland, Kosovo, Serbia and obviously Italy are living this incredible experience about the history for 10 days. This international exchange has been a challenge to survive in the nature. There has been a lot of activity based on non-formal education. There have been many intensive moments, full of love, deep reflection, and for some there have been tears.
Buon pomeriggio dalla Blogos Web Radio a tutti gli ascoltatori e spettatori. Per i prossimi 40 minuti a farvi compagnia ci saremo io, Vincenza, e il mio amico Albin, direttamente dal Kosovo. Grazie per essere qui con noi e benvenuti al talk show History for Future. 20 ragazzi e ragazze provenienti da Islanda, Kosovo, Serbia e ovviamente Italia, da 10 giorni stanno vivendo un'incredibile esperienza all'insegna della storia. Lo scambio internazionale, la sopravvivenza nel bel mezzo della natura e tante attività basate sull'educazione non formale hanno riempito le nostre giornate in maniera davvero esplosiva. Abbiamo trascorso momenti realmente intensi, pieni di grandi risate, profonde riflessioni e forse anche qualche lacrima.
So let the organizers tell us more about this.
Ma lasciamo che siano gli stessi organizzatori a spiegarci cosa sia History for Future.
Hi Alessia and Alessandra. What is YAP and what does YAP do?
Che cos'è esattamente YAP e di cosa si occupa?
YAP is a voluntary association born in 70s, not linked to any political party or religion. Our main objects are solidarity, peace education, and interculture, and we use youth mobility, such as work camps, youth in action and local projects to achieve them.
YAP è un'associazione di volontariato apartitica e laica che nasce negli anni 70. Gli obiettivi sono la solidarietà, l'educazione alla pace e intercultura. Obiettivi che portiamo avanti attraverso la mobilità giovanile e le attività locali, come le work camp internazionali, i progetti Gioventù in Azione e l'educazione alla cittadinanza.
Okay, how did you come to this idea and why did you choose these countries, Iceland, Kosovo, Serbia and Italy?
Come vi è venuta l'idea e perché avete scelto proprio Islanda, Kosovo, Serbia e Italia?
We wanted to meet youngsters to share with them the culture and the history of their countries and at the same time give them the opportunity to learn how to use the web radio. We chose these countries because their histories are at the same time near and also far from us, but it's not so easy to meet in everyday life guys from Kosovo, Iceland and Serbia.
Volevamo incontrare i ragazzi per condividere con loro la cultura e la storia dei loro paesi e allo stesso tempo dare loro l'opportunità di apprendere lo strumento della web radio. Abbiamo scelto questi paesi perché Le loro storie sono allo stesso tempo lontane e vicine da noi e non è così facile incontrare tutti i giorni un ragazzo islandese del Kosovo o della Serbia contemporaneamente.
Now we are on the last day of this amazing exchange. Do you feel satisfied?
Siamo arrivati all'ultimo giorno di questo fantastico progetto. Vi sentite soddisfatte?
We are pretty satisfied because we have seen the group growing up and because speaking with the guys we understood we have achieved our goals.
Ci riteniamo soddisfatti perché abbiamo visto il gruppo crescere e parlando con i ragazzi abbiamo capito che i nostri obiettivi sono stati in parte raggiunti.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Grazie mille per essere intervenute.
Каждым днем война сильнее, бьются крови не жалея. Кто за микрофон в Госдуме, кто за новый лифчик в ГУМе. Телешоу с позаранку учат жизни наизнанку. Не попались в эти сети только пьяницы и дети. Я знаю, самое лучшее казалось родом из детства. Я знаю.
And now we get into the core of topic.
Ma entriamo nel vivo del progetto e parliamo di workshop con i diretti interessati.
Hello Hildur, which workshop group are you going to represent?
Yes, hello, my name is Hildur and I'm from Iceland. I'm 29 years old. And I was in group number 1 with Gudri, also from Iceland, Vukasin from Serbia, Heloina from Kosovo, and Vincenza from Italy. And we interviewed the group from Kosovo and asked them about their country and their culture. The workshop was very interesting and important to us to know and learn more about the young state of Kosovo. It's a very young country. And after their presentation, we had some questions, further questions considering their past, present, and their future, which we will learn and hear about in the program.
Hello dears, we are from Web Radio. Our names are Hildur, Vincenza, Vuki, Gudri and Heloina. We are here to talk about Kosovo for History for Future.
We are in Monte Sole on this wonderful sunny Wednesday, and we have a group of young people from Kosovo, Balkan country in the southeast of Europe. Hello.
Hello to you.
Hello.
First of all, we'd like to know your names.
Yeah, my name is Albin.
My name is Fionda. My name is Johanna.
My name is Arver.
Our first question for you is:
during the 20th century, Kosovo had to go through many conflicts with Serbia until the achievement of the independence in 2008. What does the independence mean to you?
After 2008, we have the independence and we are free. And more of the war with the Serbians, it was the conflicts with their people. But now we are friends. We are here with Serb friends, and we having fun.
Does Kosovo have a flag and a national anthem?
Yes, Kosovo has a national flag. It is a blue one with stars like the Union, but in the middle it's painting the Kosovo boarding, and are six stars, yes, and each star represents the nationality in Kosovo that lives in Kosovo. Yeah. And we have a national anthem too.
what do you think this youth exchange project can do for the conflict between Kosovo and Serbia?
Oh yes, we know that we had conflicts in the past, but now we are neighbors, so we came here and make friends. So we have Serbian friends, we meet each other and share our knowledge, our history. And I think it's a very good project because it shows that we can arrange something in the same way, you know, like friends, like neighbors, and we can collaborate with ourselves. So it's a good project to show the people, other people, that we can stand together like friends, neighbors, and all this stuff.
In the last question, moving over to the culture, why do you choose dance and music to introduce your culture?
We know that every country has his own history and culture, so we decided to perform traditional dance to represent our traditional clothes, which are handmade and that the reason why we chose, of course, to show, to compare, and to share it with other countries.
Now we have a group of other participants in the youth exchange. They were listening to the Kosovo presentation and would like to know what you thought of it. And first of all, I would like to hear your name and where you're from.
Augusta from Iceland.
Natalia from Serbia.
Michela from Italy.
Augusta, what did you think was the most interesting in the Kosovo presentation?
The dance and the clothes.
Why?
Because that was very alive and not just talking. It was interesting to see something instead of just listen.
Natalia, what did you think was the most interesting part of the presentation?
Oh, I really liked the whole story about the history of Kosovo, like when the Ottoman Kingdom was like on the whole Balkan. And I also liked the talk about war, because Serbia was involved too, so it was a tough topic for us, but I like it.
And Michaela?
Like Natalia, I like the history of Kosovo, also the ancient Rome linked history of Kosovo, and the last part of the presentation about the ethnic components of the society, the religious components, and also the political situation in Kosovo, and of what kind of political parties there are now in Kosovo.
What did you know about Kosovo before you go here?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I knew a lot because we are neighbors, and once upon a time Kosovo was a part of Serbia, so I knew a lot, but I knew just one side of the story, Serbia's side. I didn't know their position, and now some things are more clearly for me, so I think it's good that I came here to hear their part of the story.
About Kosovo, I remembered the word, what I've listened and viewed in television when I was a child, and now that I am adult, I studied something about Kosovo when I was at the university, and so I knew the context of the political context, but this presentation gave me a lot of information about the structure and the geographical position, and so stuff like this.
What else would you like to know about Kosovo?
Maybe the feelings of these guys about the war, about what they felt, what been their remembers their of the recent history of their country.
I would also like to know their feeling about it, because I know how I feel. We are like in the similar situation, so I would like to know, do they feel the same or more under pressure or without the pressure? Because I think that Serbia and Kosovo should like make some peace, and after that I think everybody would have positive feelings, not negative.
Was there anything in the presentation that surprised you?
No, I don't think so.
I was surprised by the small number of Serbians on the Kosovo, because I thought it was more Serbians, not just 4%. It's a small number, and I think in Kosovska Mitrovica there are more Serbians, like maybe 10 or 12%. So maybe I was surprised just a little, not that much.
I enjoyed very much the traditional dance, and reminded me a sort of relationship between the custom of our southern Italy part. So we all in the Mediterranean are a great family of costumes and tradition.
What effect do you think this youth exchange has on the conflict of Kosovo and Serbia?
Only good things. It maybe helps the participants from Serbia and Kosovo to understand that they're just like each other, and nobody wants war. Everybody would like to have peace and be happy.
I think that it is a great occasion for know each other, but not only for Serbians and Kosovarians, also for Italy and Iceland to know always new things and also get to know each other. And this is always a good thing.
My personal opinion that there is no problem between young people, because it is all in politics and the old one, and they are like making that tension between young people in Serbia and young people in Kosovo. So I think this exchange would help us, for example, Serbians, when we come back to Serbia, we can tell them that it's not like they think it is. They're showing in media. So I think the Kosovo will probably do it the same. And now we are all here friends. We are living together, and I didn't see any problem. So I think it will get better.
Thank you very much for your time. It was very interesting to hear your opinion and thoughts about the Kosovan presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We would like to thank you for your time. It was a pleasure. We would also like to thank Blogos and Yap for organizing the workshop. We are an international group from Blogos Radio. Thank you for listening.
Hello, Natalia. What convinced you to be part of this WordCamp, and could you tell us something more about your workshop?
Ed ora abbiamo con noi Natalia. Cosa ti ha convinto a partecipare a questo scambio? Potresti introdurci il workshop a cui hai partecipato?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Natalia, and I'm 18 years old and coming from Serbia. I decided to join this project in Italy because topic History for Future can expand our knowledge about the history of Italy, Kosovo, Iceland. And it was a great experience meeting all of those people and getting to know them at all. I would like to thank to all of them, especially Italian group, on their time. We are Marconi Radio in Monte Sole, and today we will interview the Italian group. Could you be able to introduce yourself?
Of course, I'm Mario, I'm 27 years old.
I'm Michela, 23 years old.
I'm Vincenza, I'm 24.
I'm Giulia, I'm 24.
And Luca, 24 too.
Hello, I'm Obi. Vincenza, I will ask one question for you. Did the occupation have effect on you or on your family?
Sure, for example, my grandfather was obligated to live like a soldier, and my grandmother was pregnant, and he could go back only then 7 years, so sure, it was really terrible for my family.
Hello, I'm Johanna. I have a question for Michela. Michela, can you tell us about the origin of the occupation in Italy?
The origin is from the 8th of September. The Germans started to withdraw from the southern part of the country to the northern part, taking all the places in which they can find food or a restroom. They began to be very close to the people of this country, but in a way that was violent and unrespectful. So the Italian population began opposing the German forces, and were formed the partisans groups, and also the women and the people that was living in the country joined the partisan war with those fighters against the fascist and the Nazi force.
Hello, I am Ortne. I have a question for Luca. Luca, can you tell us what happened to the partisans after the end of the war?
Okay, as you know, lots of partisans were just common people, so after the war they just turned back to their fields, their home and factories, and started to work again, as usual. few of them take awareness about what happened to their lives and the war, and so few of them just became writers, just like Giorgio Bocca, or journalists, just like Indro Mortanelli, and few of them put their efforts in politics and became politicians that wrote the Constitution, the Italian Constitution, just in 1946. For an example, we have Giorgio Parri, who became the Italian President of Italian Republic later.
Hello, I'm Mario, and I want to ask to Giulia, what does mean partisan for you?
When I think about partisans, a lot of words come into my mind: war, fight, foibe, but the more important thing is that they are normal people that want to save their country, houses, family, and fight for freedom and ideals.
I hope we helped you to understand who were the partisans, and I want to thank to Italian group and also to Monte Sole, Blogos, and Yep. I appreciate your patience and stay tuned with us on www.marconiradio.com.
Okay. Can you describe your presentation, Natalia, that we heard?
Yes, actually, after the Italian workshop, we had an interview with the Italian group about occupation in Italy in 40s. Mario, Vicenza, Michela, Luca, and Giulia helped us to understand how people lived during the fascist period, how did they felt, and what were their needs.
Bavaglini, devo comprare pure lì bavaglini, per le mani legate, bavaglie sulla bocca, per non rischiare di prendere 5 in condotta. 5 in condotta, per non rischiare di prendere 5 in condotta, ma non è finita ancora, perché torneranno ad avere una maestra sola. Maestra sola, e torneranno ad avere una maestra sola, e magari del latte, magari del latte, magari del latte dagli seni sua. Gli seni sua, e magari del latte dagli seni sua, e li porta pure a casa e li mette pure a letto, a dormire tutti quanti e canta al suo petto.
Hello Luca, it's your turn. Which group did you interview?
Ciao Luca, nel vostro caso quale gruppo avete intervistato?
Thank you, Albin and Vincenza. We decided to interview the Icelandic group, and I'm going to introduce their interviews. We've decided to create a small radio program of our own radio station that we have invented for this youth exchange, and its name is Wild Socks. And our group, composed by Daniel from Iceland, Zorisa and Kata from Serbia, and Fionda from Kosovo, has decided altogether to focus on the extraordinary and geographical position of Iceland and the wild and beautiful nature that characterized it.
Good morning, here is Radio Wild Socks. I am Daniel,
Zorica, Kika, Fionda,
and Luca.
Today, a few Icelanders have come to our station to introduce their own country. Okay, thank you for your time. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Augusta, 18 and from Reykjavik.
My name is Hildur, I'm 29.
My name is Artni, I am 23 years old and I come from Reykjavik.
Hello, I'm Gudri Lape from Hveragerði, 22 years old.
I am Daniel, 23 years old, and I'm from Akureyri.
And now, a few questions for you.
Hi guys, thank you for your time. It's been a long journey to come here. What is it like to be in this hot summer in Italy?
It is really nice. We are much more outside than the people from the other countries because we never have this kind of heat, so we use the chance to get suntan. But in spite of a few sunburns, we are really loving it.
Okay, can you explain for our listeners how much weather is different?
The weather in Iceland in summer, it's much colder. We only go up to like 20 degrees, 15, 20. And it feels a lot hotter though, but it's actually quite cold in the summer. In the winter, we have like 0 degrees some frost, always frost in the night, but it's not as cold as people think. We only go to like -10, I think, somewhere around that, but we don't have, like you have here in the summer, you have a lot of like spiders and flies and insects. We don't have as much in Iceland. We only have a few very small insects and wildlife. In the summertime we also have daylight around the clock in the night as well. So it's like at 12 at noon we have daylight, and like 2 o'clock in the evening, in the night, we also have daylight but not sun. And it's very lovely. So that means also in the winter we have a lot of darkness, and the sun comes up for maybe like 4 hours in the city, the least. So we don't get a lot of daylight in the winter, and it's very depressing.
Well, in your opinion, how much of your history depends on your geography position, and further on the particular geology in your country?
It depends almost entirely on our geological position, since our isolation has created some unique customs that we really can't see anywhere else in the world anymore. And the geology has been a major player if you think about events like in 1783 when the Laki craters erupted and resulting famine in Europe that might have been the cause for the French Revolution. So it has been a major player.
Okay, guys. Iceland has become a hot topic in international politics after time financially crisis in 2008. How is the situation right now?
Well, the situation is getting much better. We haven't still quite recovered from the crisis, and unemployment rate is still quite high, and the bank system is still recovering, but we are getting better. But I hope that we will never get to the same point we were before, because I don't think it's good for the economy, not in Iceland or not anywhere else. But I think we need to get a bit more stable than we are now. But I believe it will happen within the next 2 years or so.
Okay, thank you, Hildur.
Thank you, listeners. We really enjoyed being with you. Hope you enjoyed too. You can contact us on Facebook, Radio Wild Socks.
Well, hello Magdalena. Tell us something about your interview with Serbia.
Ciao Magda, raccontaci qualcosa a proposito dell'intervista alla Serbia.
Hello everybody, my name is Magdalena. I'm from Serbia and I'm 22. Well, we created our radio as an example for understanding different cultures, traditions and history during this youth exchange. We interviewed a Serbian group which consists of 5 persons: Natalia, Vukašin, Zorica, Katarina and myself. The interview is based on historical facts, differences and similarities which concern the period of former Yugoslavia, language, alphabet, and the most important scientist for humanity, Nikola Tesla, and at the end, opinions about future of Serbia. Before listening the interviews, I just wanted to say that it's been a pleasure working with people from Kosovo, Italy, and Iceland. And in this way, I wanted to say thanks to Albin, Julia, Augusta, and Michela.
Hello, we are here in Monte Sole in a sunny day. We are going to interview the group from Serbia. So, hello Serbian group, could you introduce yourself please?
So, hello, my name is Natalia and I'm 18 years old.
Hello, my name is Katarina, I'm 21 years old.
Hello, my name is Vukašin, I'm 24 years old.
Hello there, my name is Zorica and I'm 22 years old.
And the last, I'm Magdalena, I'm 22 years old.
We are going to ask 4 questions to Serbian team, and the first is about 2 important people of the Serbian history that are Tito and Tesla, different people but very important in your presentation. So I would ask you, maybe they have been an inspiration to you, and if they have influenced you, they could have a positive or a negative influence.
Yeah, in Serbia, it is the Tito and Tesla are very important persons and famous. Both of them had a good influence and impact on whole
Serbia and the whole Yugoslavia for Tito. So Tito has been a very good topic for our presentation, including Tesla, that was very important for the whole world because he invented the electricity that is used a lot of today.
Hello, I'm Giulia, and the second question is if the language is a last consequence of Yugoslavia.
Hello. Well, Serbian, Croatian, and Bosnian languages are actually the same language, but the dialect is different. So we perfectly understand each other, and we, for example, still today, and after Yugoslavia, we're listening each other's songs. For example, Serbs listening Croatian songs and Bosnian songs, and for example, people in Croatian listen to Bosnian and Serb songs, and we totally understand everything. We can make a conversation very good. We just have some different words that we know that are different, but we perfectly understand each other. And for example, also people in Slovenia can understand us very well. I think that actually they understand us better than we understand them. But we can also make a conversation and find out what is the topic. And also people from Macedonia understand very good Serbian people, and they also speak Serbian language very good.
I ask you the third question. You say that you got two lectures, the Cyrillic and the Latin. Can this be seen as the metaphor of conditioning between the Eastern and the Western culture?
That's a very interesting question. Well, I think that we are not two parts, with the two letters. I think we are the same, because I think that we are a special country with two different letters, and it is not metaphor about different culture or something like that. No, it's not.
I'm Augusta, and I'm going to ask the fourth and last question. How do you see the future of Serbia?
In the future, I see Serbia as a respected country which will use all the agricultural potentials, capacities in order to provide better life to its nation.
Okay, thank you to Serbian group, and thank you also to my team, Albin, Magdalena, Augusta, Michela, and me, Giulia.
We just listened to the interviews which were prepared from our international groups on these days, in which they share their thoughts about the countries and cultures that took part in the exchange.
Abbiamo appena ascoltato le interviste che sono state preparate dai gruppi internazionali durante questi giorni, attraverso le quali abbiamo voluto mostrarvi alcune riflessioni emerse a proposito dei nostri paesi e della nostra cultura.
We hope that every listener heard something interesting, and it was a great pleasure having you all. Thanks to YAP Association, Vado Community, Blogos Web Radio, and special thanks to our great staff for History and Future.
Speriamo vi siate divertiti, ringraziamo l'associazione YAP, la Blogos Web Radio e il Comune di Vado per averci ospitato così cordialmente. Un ringraziamento particolare allo staff così preparato e sempre disponibile. È stato un vero piacere intrattenervi, da History for Future è tutto, un saluto da Albin e Vincenza.
History for
history for future.